Good evening and welcome to Miami, Florida. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside for an unbelievable evening of SmackDown action.
Hey Cole, this Miami crowd is all fired up, baby. They can't wait for the show to start, and neither can I. And I'll tell you what, when this bad boy ends, I'm going to South Beach.
That makes two of us, Taz, and I know the entire SmackDown locker room feels the same way. So what are we waiting for?
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think he's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off? What a reversal.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself. We're seeing that determination here tonight in this match.
You know what? Maybe Matt Hardy should worry a little bit more about trying not to lose. I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz, and I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose them. He's making a grab for Cole. This could be it.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Jeez, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind.
Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch.
He's looking to finish this off right here.
And that could do it, honey. Twist of fate.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
Regardless of how you personally feel about Matt Hardy, you've got to respect his drive, his energy, and his passion for this business.
Yeah, but that'll only take you so far. See, this is something you don't understand because you've never been in a ring, never done nothing physical. You gotta have the physical skills to match that if you want to make it to the top of the mountain around here.
I hope you're not implying that Hardy doesn't have what it takes to get it done in the ring, Taz.
I'm not saying that at all. What are you putting words in my mouth for? But let's face it, Hardy's made a career of biting off a little bit more than he can chew. I think he really believes his own hype. I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stay on your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised.
Look at that! Head first into the table, over and over again.
And that is not the position you want to be in at this point in a match like this.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore him. He dodged that bullet. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you...
I think his opponent's out of it.
Well, if he wasn't before, he is now. What a twist of fate!
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I have a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what... The title is only inches away!
This could be it, Cole. He's almost there. Enough for nothing. Neither one of these guys can afford to get knocked off that ladder.
This could...
I'll tell you what, right now, Cole, there's not enough room up there for both of them. I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE.
Both of these superstars are determined to stay on the ladder. Wow, look at them up there, trading shots back and forth. I don't think there's a superstar on the roster with as much drive and determination as Matt Hardy, and these fans certainly react to that.
Yeah, well, they might react even better to a win every now.
He's about to win the match and the title.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potential. Looks like he's decided to grab a weapon from under the ring.
Man, what a chair shot. Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old...
Holy cow, Cole, look at that. Talk about a crimson mask.
It's unfortunate, but you always run that risk in a match like this.
Unfortunate? What the hell are you talking about? This is great. I have never seen two competitors more determined to beat the living hell out of each other. If there's a more overrated superstar on SmackDown roster than Matt Hardy, can you please rise?
Overrated? Hardy's a multiple-time tag team champion, Taz, a former cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, but to hear him talk, he acts like he's the second coming or something, you know? If you ask me, he's just second rate. He's close enough to the title to see his face in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole?
Houston, Texas is home to SmackDown action tonight. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight.
Absolutely, Cole. You know what? I've always wanted to say this. Houston, we got a problem. Actually, we don't have a problem because SmackDown's in town.
You got that right, partner. The Space City loves SmackDown, and the Superstars are not going to let them down.
Nice quick counter.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy picking.
I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
What a counter that was.
And there's the counter, Cole.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done. Randy Orton's a mouthy little punk, Cole, and that's exactly the kind of guy that superstars will line up around the block to get a shot at.
Orton's never backed down from a fight, Taz. His mouth might get him in trouble.
And he's going for it.
And he got it! RKO!
Going up the turnbuckle hurts a heck of a lot less than coming down from the turnbuckle. I can't deny that the legend killer Randy Orton had a pretty impressive career so far, Cole, but he better be careful that he don't burn out too quick.
I don't think there's much of a chance of that, Taz. I haven't seen any indication that Orton's going to stop impressing WWE fans anytime soon. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are some... Look at him go!
Wow! What an RKO! I don't know, Cole. Oh, man. Here he comes.
RKO! RKO!
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything.
This is just dumb, Cole. You don't win a match by taunting your opponent to death.
I disagree, Taz. Getting the crowd on your side can be a huge psychological boost. Nice reversal.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got... Oh, man, here he comes.
RKO! RKO! Oh, no! The Apex Predators has arrived. One of the all-time greats has seen and done everything there is to do in this business.
Representing Archangel from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, The Fight.
Well, Saxton. Oh, profits are up. The Alpha.
This sold-out crowd is on its feet here in St. Louis, Missouri. Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside.
I'll tell you, Cole, these WWE fans are so fired up, I'm having a hard time staying in my seat.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started.
Yeah, that's it. Do it again.
I'm glad you're enjoying.
Here goes the ref. Well, might as well chuck the rule book out the window now.
And that also means that there's no one to call a pinfall or submission.
Showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrecked. You can find all sorts of weapons under that ring.
Wow, great reversal. Man, what a chair shot. Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them. What a reversal.
The ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
You know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you got to do whatever it takes to win. Bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way it could be.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you can cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity ringing off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Nice quick counter. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Come on, you just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on them and wear them down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that can have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten the teeth. Deal? Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share. It's a long fall for whoever loses this fight, Cole. You know, Cole, I'd ask you...
Victory is within his reach, but can he grab it? This is not a fight that either superstar. This could be the match right here. Can he do it? That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. Neither superstar is giving his opponent better.
Representing the Alpha Academy from Superior, Wisconsin, weighing in at 330 pounds.